Good morning, students. Okay, so we have discussed the magnetic field. It is the region of space around the magnet or around the current carrying wire in which its magnetic effect can be experienced. This region of space, we call it as the magnetic field. And in this magnetic field, some imaginary lines could be drawn, which gives the direction of the magnetic field. These are called as the magnetic field lines. Okay, some properties of magnetic field lines we have studied. They do not intersect, and wherever it is stronger, the magnetic field lines are crowded. Okay, north to south outside, south to north inside. Okay, some of the properties. Then we have studied the pattern of the magnetic field lines due to a bar magnet. Okay, we have drawn the pattern of the magnetic field lines and also studied through an activity, okay, by giving an activity, sprinkling some iron fillings on the cardboard and gently tapping it. They arrange themselves, okay, from north to south and also drawn with the help of a compass needle. Then we have studied the magnetic field due to a long straight current carrying wire. Okay, how is the pattern of the magnetic field lines? They are concentric circles. Okay, and at any point if you have to find out the direction of the magnetic field, you have to draw the tangent at that point. And on what factors does the magnetic field due to a straight long current carrying wire depend? Okay, it depends upon the current through the wire directly proportional to the current. More the current, more will be the magnetic field. The second is the distance from the wire inversely proportional to the distance from the wire. Okay, so B is inversely proportional to R. More the distance, less will be the magnetic field. Okay, then due to a circular coil we have studied the magnetic field lines. Due to two diametrically opposite edges we have drawn, when we see that at the center they will be added up as the arcs are very large, so they will be added up. So either the magnetic field will be perpendicular to that plane, outwards or inwards, depending upon the direction of the current, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay, then for a circular coil also, the magnetic field is depending upon the number of turns in the coil. If there are more number of turns, more will be the magnetic field. And also it is depending upon the current. More the current in the coil, more will be the magnetic field. Okay. Then the magnetic field due to a current carrying solenoid. Inside the solenoid, the magnetic field is uniform and very strong. Okay. Also the differences we have seen. The magnetic field due to a solenoid is similar to that of a bar magnet. So the pattern of the magnetic field lines is also the same as that of a bar magnet. Okay. But what are the differences? The magnetic field due to this solenoid, it can be changed inside the solenoid. The magnetic field could be changed. The magnitude of the magnetic field could be changed. But in case of a bar magnet, inside the bar magnet, the magnetic field cannot be changed. How here can the magnetic field be changed? Because the magnetic field is depending upon the current, the number of turns. So if we increase the number of turns or the current in the solenoid, the magnetic field inside will increase. Okay. Also, the second difference is the polarities of the solenoid could be reversed. Whereas in case of a bar magnet, the polarities can never be reversed. Okay, that is north and south pole here can be reversed. How can we reverse the north and south pole for a solenoid? If we reverse the direction of the current, then the polarities of the solenoid will change. That is, the end which was north pole will become the south pole. And how do we find out north and south pole for a solenoid? Looking from one face, if the current is in the anti-clockwise direction, that end will become a north pole and the other end will become a south pole. And the magnetic field lines outside north to south, inside south to north. And inside the solenoid, the magnetic field is very strong and is uniform. Uniform means at every point the magnetic field is the same. Okay, magnetic field is a vector quantity. So the magnitude of the magnetic field and the direction at every point will be the same. Okay, and how can the uniform magnetic field lines be represented? They can be represented by parallel equidistant lines. Okay, parallel lines which are at equal distance from each other. So this way we can represent the magnetic field inside the solenoid. Okay, also inside the solenoid, the magnetic field is depending upon the current, directly proportional to the current, depending upon the number of turns in the coil, directly proportional to the number of turns, and also is directly proportional and is inversely proportional to the length of the solenoid. Okay, B is inversely proportional to the length of the solenoid. More the length of the solenoid, less will be the magnetic field. Okay, so this way we have studied the magnetic field around the long straight current carrying wire, a circular loop, and inside a solenoid. Okay, there was a doubt in one question. One student asked about the doubt, so let's discuss it over here. Okay, example, it is the solved example 13.1, 228, page number 228. Okay, one student asked about it. So let's discuss it here only. Page 228, that is the solved example 13.1. Okay, in which it is given that, okay, the current is flowing through a horizontal power line. Horizontal power line flows in east to west direction. Okay, there is a horizontal overhead power line in which the current is flowing from east to west. Now it is asked that what is the direction of the magnetic field at a point directly below it and at a point directly above it. First, let's discuss at a point directly below it. Let P is the point directly below. So, in order to find out the direction of the magnetic field at a point P, first draw the magnetic field line which is passing through the point P. We know that for a long straight current carrying wire, the magnetic field lines are concentric circles, which we find out by using the right hand thumb rule. Okay, the thumb of the right hand pointing towards the direction of the current. Then these concentric circles will give the direction of the magnetic field lines. So the magnetic field line, which is a circle passing through the point P, is perpendicular to the plane of the bone. The plane of this circle is perpendicular to the plane of the bone. Okay, so that is, this circle is in this plane, in the plane of my hand, which is perpendicular to the plane of the bone. Now draw the direction of the magnetic field line. Okay, the direction of the magnetic field line. Okay, so here, the direction of the magnetic field line will be here, passing like this. So at this point, draw the tangent to this magnetic field line. You see that at this point they are coming outwards. If you draw the tangent at this point, it will be perpendicular. This is the symbol for perpendicular, perpendicular side, perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular to the plane of the bone. Okay, if you are drawing in the paper, it will be perpendicular to the plane of the paper. So perpendicular to the plane of paper, outwards, perpendicular to the plane of the paper, outwards. Okay, draw the tangent at point Q. Now at point Q, which is directly above. At this point, you see that the magnetic field lines are, if you draw, it will be perpendicular to the plane of the paper, inwards. So at point Q, it is perpendicular to the plane of paper, inwards. Okay, you are drawing on the paper, so plane of the paper, inwards. Okay, here it is perpendicular to the plane of the paper, outwards. You draw. Okay, so how to find out? Draw the direction of the current. Okay, for a straight current carrying wire. Okay, then whichever point it is asked, first draw the magnetic field line passing to that point. Okay, like here for this long straight current carrying wire, these are the magnetic field lines. Okay, first draw the magnetic field lines passing to that point. Then at whichever point it is asked, draw the tangent at this point. So if you draw the tangent at this point, you will see that it is perpendicular to the plane of the paper, outwards, coming outwards. Okay, so these are this line is inside the plane of the bone. So if you draw it, it will be coming perpendicular to the plane of the paper, outwards. and at this point if you draw, it will be perpendicular to the plane of the paper outwards. Okay, so at this point it is. Now in the book it is given that the magnetic field line at a point below is from north to south. Okay, it is from north to south. That is, these magnetic field lines are from north to south, and at this point it is from south to north. Okay, now let's continue.